Okay, let's make this a part 2 of the speed build tutorial. I finished the sculpt of the hat. Had to tweak a bit the back and so it'll be up, and the sides. Now what we want to do is first we want to bake the sculpt, which will give us the sculpt map in our UV window, which we can save. Image, save as. Let me go to my sculpty folder and save it as hat 1. Sculpts are saved as TIFF images by, no, Targa images by default, sorry. Now what we can do in Blender is to bake the shadows. No, not the shadows. The ambient occlusion onto the sculpt map, which gives us something of a shaded image which we can put onto or wrap around the sculpt, and thus have a little bit of a shading on the sculpt itself. Let me make that into a new picture. Okay, let's do this once more. Sorry, have to go into edit and texture out of it. And then bake it onto this picture and save this as the hat 1 shadow map. Also the sculpt folder. And another thing we can do is, since I have the hat band on the sculpt itself here, and I want to maybe color this a different color than the rest of the hat, we can draw onto texture the outlines of where the hat band starts and ends by going into texture paint mode and painting along these edges. And the same will be applied onto our texture map here. Bottom should be pretty clear because it's this part where the shadow is on, but nevertheless let's paint onto that just to confirm this is our bottom, and sure enough, here it is. So to make the texture for the sculpt, we need to go to a painting tool. I'm using Photoshop. where we open first the hat shadow file. There it is. Oh, I forgot to save this one. Image, save as, and save it. And then the headband. Now in this case it's pretty easy to find out which part of the sculpt map the headband is at. So what we need is a nice texture for a hat. Let's make this a leather hat. Brown leather hat is fine by me. I think I already have some kind of these leather textures, so let's open them. Open one in Photoshop too. Let's use this. I copy and pasted it as a layer onto the shadow map layer, and let's use multiply for this. Fine. And now let's look for a good texture for the band. Let's make it a snakeskin band. Needs to render. Save this in the JPEG. And open it here too. paste it onto that layer and then scale it first. And move it to where the headband is starting and ending, which is, for comparison, multiply it. No, not multiply. Bad. Change the opacity a little bit to this here. And then save this as our texture for the hat. And then go to the viewer and let's create the sculpt in world. We need to upload the hat texture and the sculpt map. And then change this to a sculpt, apply the map. Apply the texture and resize. And there we have our hat.